What it do, YouTube? What's up? Welcome back to the channel, man. It is Thursday, October the 4th. No, it's the 3rd. October 3rd. And shit, man, it's 5:11 in the morning. I'm still up, getting some meals in. You know, my sleep schedule's been ridiculous, you know. We talked about it in earlier videos, and I still ain't fixed it. But I'm making it work. So, right now, my day is over. I just wanted to talk to you guys. Today was what? We did chest today. I did my cardio and was getting my meals in. Shit. Slow day. But got on the scale. Scale said fucking, after the workout, it said 195. And I had clothes on, so dude. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, are you trying to tell me I'm like 192 pounds or 190? That's fucking crazy because that shit just happened fast. Like 85, it might be 86 days ago. 86 days ago, I was 230 pounds. Like 17 weeks ago, oh, I'm sorry, not 17 weeks. Maybe like 11 or 12 weeks ago or some shit like that. Whatever the math is on that. 85 days later, I'm like 35 pounds down. And it didn't feel like 85 days. Time just fucking flew by. And then it's just like I look in the mirror and I'm like, holy shit, bro, you're back to like how you used to look. You know, pretty much shredded. It really feels like a time transportation jutsu, some weird shit. But yeah, man, we're doing good. So like I mentioned, we're doing the show, so probably like might be officially 6 weeks out today. So if we're 6 weeks out and we're fucking 195 pounds, that's actually pretty sweet. Because I just started doing low carb. Like I might have been doing low carb for like 7 days, 10 days or something. And that's also why the fucking weight is coming off like crazy. But I'm just trying to say like, yo, we got 6 weeks. I could still do some more low carb. I still haven't gone crazy on my cardio. Like my cardio has only been jog for 20 minutes, 4 days out of the week. You know, I just got done doing a jog. That's not much. Like when I used to do shows, I'd be doing like fasted cardio, like fucking 30 minutes on the fucking Stairmaster. Post-workout cardio, 30 minutes on the Stairmaster. Now a 20-minute jog is obviously more intense and it might equate to maybe 70% of that. I don't know. But like, you know, I got energy. I could go fucking do some fasted cardio. I could do some, you know, I could do some extra shit. So getting down to 180, whatever the hell we got to get down to, there's a lot of room for progress I'm seeing. And 6 weeks is, seems like a good amount of time to do that. So I'm pretty pleased. And I guess the thing left to do is what I mentioned yesterday is like, I just need to focus on my posing, fucking drink water, and just get your meals in. That's kind of like all I can do right now. And obviously your workouts, but the workouts just come so natural. The only thing hard are leg days. You know what I mean? Bodybuilding is like, you could be a great bodybuilder. All you have to do is be able to endure leg days. Like that's the only fucking that's really the only hard thing about bodybuilding if you ask me. Getting through fucking leg days. If you're okay with that and you could embrace that, like being a bodybuilder, just building muscle and like going to the gym, just having a certain career like that, whatever in that field, it's pretty fucking easy. Chest days, breeze, arm breeze, back day. If you're doing deadlifts, I could see, you know, it's hefty, but it's cool. It feels nice. Shoulders, same thing. It's just fucking legs, the enemy. So, yeah, man. I'm just filling you guys in. Right now on the plate, we just got fucking ground turkey and spinach, bro. We don't even got a fat source in this bitch because I ran into avocados. Avocados have been like my savior and grace lately. They just make all my meals taste so much better. So much better. You know, if I can't have, I don't really care. I'm not craving any carbs. I don't give a fuck. I don't really like to eat, guys. I'd prefer if I didn't have to fucking eat anything. I'd walk out the house with like a protein shake and maybe breakfast. Probably wouldn't even have to eat for the rest of the day. I do not like food in my stomach. I just feel way more athletic, way more mobile, just way more, the shit I like to do, I just like to feel light, you know, like a feather. I hate eating. And when food is in front of my face anyway, it's like stressful. It's like I need to get this shit out of my face. I gotta eat it. I don't have a good relationship with food in that way. I eat healthy food, but like even if I'm out at sushi or something, you know, I'd be at sushi with my girl and she'd be like, yo, why can't you just enjoy this sushi. I'm like, man, there's fucking 8 rolls in front of us. You know, they gonna try to charge us extra if we don't eat this shit. So it's like, I'm like, I gotta get these rolls out my face. And I'm not really enjoying myself. I'm just fucking trying to get the food out of my face. So the only time I really enjoy eating or care about eating, I guess, is if you're super hungry and some dopamine heavy, beautiful looking plate comes up and just like, yo, that shit looks good as fuck. I'd love to eat it, but then I'm gonna be honest with myself, 15 bites later, like, I'm tired of it. I don't give a fuck about it. So I can almost anticipate anything. I'm just like, I can look at a Snickers bar, like, I know what that tastes, I don't give a fuck about that. Look at some pizza, like, I can imagine how it tastes right now. After 6 slices, I'm not even gonna want another one. I'll be sick of it. I don't give a fuck about no pizza. You know, that's how I'm working right now. So, yeah, man, I'm just fucking vibing. Ask me some questions in the comments because I'm gonna be just doing videos like this, just vibing with you guys. Because I got fucking time. You know what I mean? I got time, and I got more, like, attention span these days. I always have the fucking TV on, or I'm on my phone or some shit. But, like, lately, I'm able to turn the fucking TV off, just be quiet. I like music playing, but I'm just less distracted lately, and I kind of just want to connect, you know, be of use, because my days can seem pretty useless sometimes. Like, it's like, all you did was hit the gym, bro. You can't just live for the gym. Like, what else can you do? You know, how else can you contribute? You know what I mean? And being on social media is always cool, you know, just being connected with the world is always cool. So it's like, you know, you make a career out of it. So it's like, it benefits and it helps people. Knowledge, I still look around and the fitness industry is a fucking mess. People are still so confused about what to do and how to do it and just all these things. It's like, nah, you guys need some fucking help. You know, because this shit's so simple, but misinformation's everywhere. I just see people really struggling, and I'd assume people know these things, you know, how to eat. Like, yo, you struggling losing weight? Have you tried a low carb diet? They don't know about that shit. Like, you've probably heard of it, but you probably actually never tried it yourself and done it for long enough to really understand how simple some of this shit is. So, just want to help, just want to bond, just want to vibe, and I don't know what else to do. It seems like this is what I'm supposed to be doing, so I do it. I'm gonna do it more. So ask me some questions, man. Ask me some questions. And I like this setting. It's very comfortable and easy. Even though we're losing weight and shit coming down, like I still feel rather aesthetic. I still feel pretty pumped up and feel good about the physique. If there's anything to be worried about or insecure about, insecure is not the word. I'm talking about in relativity to the competition. You know, I know there's gonna be some fucking studs there. So like, you competing against other IFBB pros, brother, you better have some big ass legs. So the only thing I'm concerned about is like keeping the legs big, but getting them shredded as well. You know, my legs have never been like super shredded. The legs for me are like the last place where the fat comes off. So I don't want to show up in the legs looking small, man. You know what I mean? So we just gotta get our leg days in, thug it out, eat our food, come in full, do just everything to come in full looking good. Okay? Because there's gonna be some motherfucking savages at this competition. I already know a couple that are going, and they are super confident. So we've got stiff competition. Let me talk about this because I've never spoken on this before. We just talked about misinformation in the fitness industry. One that comes to mind right now, and it's also relative to the show, is this is a dope show, like I said, because it's an IFBB show, but it's a natural show. They don't really have those like that. Now, people, this is a misconception that I'm going to clear up for you today. Whoever's viewing this, I'm clearing it up for you. Not many people know this. The fucking fitness industry does not know this shit. They are in a whole different fucking world. They can't think for themselves, so they let other people think for them, and they come to these crazy conclusions. They spread this misinformation, and before you know it, the industry's fucked. So what I'm talking about is IFBB Pro. People will tell you, you absolutely cannot be an IFBB Pro and being natural. It's impossible, which is just 100% false. Now, the people that say that, I don't even believe they know the process of becoming an IFBB Pro. Not every route to IFBB Pro is the same. Let me explain. If you're a fucking open bodybuilder, that statement is likely accurate. Why do I say that? Have you ever gone to a fucking local show and watched the open bodybuilders? All of them motherfuckers are juiced up. They're fucking huge. You have no chance to even win like a local show naturally. Unless you're Ronnie Coleman or Kai Green. Okay? I'm talking open bodybuilding. You ever been to a national open bodybuilding show? Those motherfuckers are huge. You cannot touch them naturally. At least that's what my eyes tell me. Okay? So open is kind of out of the equation, and also important to consider in open bodybuilding, you usually have to win like first place, and you might even have to win the overall fucking show. So win every class. You have to probably get overall fucking first place. That's tough. You're likely not gonna be a fucking natural and be able to win that open bodybuilding and get first place in your class and then fucking first place for the overall show. Highly, highly unlikely. So this statement stands true for maybe the open bodybuilding class, okay? Men's physique, similar to open bodybuilding in that sense. It's a little more likely with the men's physique, but it's still fucking difficult because local shows are easy. If you want to go compete at physique at a local show and you actually, are nice with the gym, even as a natural, you're gonna smoke most of the competition. Because local shows are easy, they're a breeze. When you get to the fucking national show, that's when these people show up, all right? And these people are juiced out of their mind. But the thing about men's physique that makes it difficult to go pro naturally is there's no weight cap. There's no weight cap. So motherfuckers can come in as big as they fucking want. Just be big ass upper body. They're not even like the best gym goers or bodybuilders because, the physique, they let the legs just chill. They don't even get the legs big. So they just be coming with this big ass, juiced out upper body is fucking tough to beat as a natural. It just truly is. It truly is. Now, but listen, here's where criteria changes and it's a little different from open. It's easier for a men's physique guy to do it because a men's physique guy does not have to get first place. He does not have to get first place and overall first place. For a physique guy at a national show, he has to get first or second. He can get second place, and if he gets second place, he can become pro. So you see how open bodybuilding is it's gonna be way more difficult. You gotta get first and overall, and you're gonna get these juiced out, just huge guys. Abnormally huge. You're not fucking with those guys. Men's physique, at least you get to have top two. So maybe if you can edge the second place, you can get it. But once again, I'm telling you, the motherfuckers are big as shit. Upper body just be heavy as hell, all right? But now, let's talk about classic physique, okay? Classic physique is the most likely, we're talking men's categories, classic physique would be the category where it is most likely to become an IFBB pro, I'm trying to think of a cool word. I can't think of it, but I'll just fucking be lazy. To become an IFBB pro. It is easier for a classic physique guy. Let me use myself as an example, and we'll go back 7 years to when I became pro. Okay, I was 21. And the reason why I even thought I could become pro is because there's a height to weight ratio. So during my time, when it's changed now, the weights have changed, but when I was coming up, I had to be, with my height, 5'6 3/4", right below 5'7", I had to be 165 pounds or less. So classic physique, there's a height to weight ratio. It's like pound for pound. You can't, it's physique, you can come in at any fucking weight class. You can just blow the fuck up. Classic physique, you can't do that. So there's these limitations that will give a natural bodybuilder some level playing field, okay? That's not it though. The other thing is, you gotta be nice with it. You gotta love the sport, you gotta work hard, you gotta have passion, you gotta be good at it. When I say good at it, I mean good technique. Like, it's not just moving motions, feel the stretch, feel the contraction. Get real good and efficient and do this shit over time. And you climb this slow ladder, but it is quality. It is a very quality ladder. Slow, but give yourself years, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Before you know it, you've built a physique that can compete with a non-natural PED user physique that maybe they don't work as hard. Maybe they rely on the drug, they don't work as hard. They're not as passionate. Maybe they fucking hate leg days and they skip leg days. Maybe they don't really lift with great technique. They just go through the motion. They're like, oh my God, I'm getting pumped up, I'm getting jacked. Because it's the drugs. Okay, so they climb a fast ladder, but it's way less quality. Way less quality. And what I'm trying to tell you is if you climb that slow ladder over time, you can certainly compete with the guy that does not have those qualities, but maybe he's relying on the drug. You can definitely compete with that motherfucker, okay? Like, just take your gym for example. Don't you know people at your gym that take steroids? Do they look super impressive or amazing? You can't think of one natural guy that can compete with that guy that's on steroids. Like, usually the guys on steroids, they look like shit because they don't have good work ethic. They don't enjoy the fucking sport. Just the idea of lifting. It's like if you really liked it, you wouldn't take something that might jeopardize the whole thing, because if you get off of it, you're gonna lose all your gains and you're probably gonna lose all your motivation to even come back in the gym, and it might destroy your whole lifting and gym relationship. You probably don't even love it as much as you think you do. You probably have some superficial reason why you're taking it. You're like, I wanna look good, I wanna just look good. And it's like, for a guy that really loves the gym, like for me, it's not about just looking good. I want to be as strong as humanly possible for my vehicle. This vehicle that God gave me on earth, I want to make it as strong, as flexible, as dynamic, and just see what the human capabilities are and see how far I can take it naturally. So that's a way stronger purpose and a way more like fulfilling, and just, it's just strong. It's a strong why versus, I just want to get in shape. I look good. It's nice. Maybe girls will think I look big if I'm juiced up, and stupid little, artificial shit like that, right? So what I'm trying to say is you can fucking compete with a motherfucker on steroids. What their point is like, if you're an IFBB pro, you're competing against other guys that are on steroids. So how could you be a pro? Listen. Dramatic pause. Listen. You're not wrong about what you're saying, but you got to understand that we're not competing against pros yet to become pro. We're competing against amateurs to become pro. The amateurs are fucking beatable if you take that quality slow ladder. And they take a fast ladder that's just, a shitty ladder. Not to mention you don't know who's going to show up. Maybe some scrubs show up. You know what I mean? Maybe some real scrubs show up. And you just smoke, you smoke them. You just don't know, okay? Maybe you go to a less prestigious national show. Maybe the most prestigious is difficulty at first or second, but if you go to a less prestigious one, maybe you can get second or something like that. And for classic physique, it's the same. You can get first or second to go pro. So in my case, I did the USA's in Vegas, which is like the most prestigious national show. I ended up getting third place. It's like my second try doing this show, maybe third try. So after like 2 or 3 years of trying the show, I got like 5th place the first time in classic physique, which wasn't first call-outs, because only top 4 was first call-outs. So I got 5th place, but it was still second call-outs, but it requalified me to come back next year. So what I did was I retried next year, and I got 3rd place. So I improved, but 3rd place doesn't get you pro. But USA's is the most prestigious of the national shows. It's the USA Bodybuilding Championships. It's like the most prestigious of these national shows in the US. So I was like, hey, you got fucking 3rd at the most prestigious. What if you go to Miami in 5 weeks, which is less prestigious, and maybe you can get 2nd? Just go up 1 place. You go up 1 place, you can become pro. I never thought I would get 1st. I was like, you can't get 1st. There's always a motherfucker that is dense as shit and, shredded to big as hell, and he's the whole package. You're not beating him. But the 2nd place and 3rd place guy, it's usually like, it's between them. One is going to be like really big with less conditioning. One is going to be like really conditioning, good shape, but not as big. So I was like, okay, so 2nd is going to go to, it's open for the taking. I was like, I'm going to be the super shredded guy with the good shape, and I'm going to try to win 2nd like that. And lucky me, I got 2nd place in Miami Nationals. Qualified me to go pro. Now, listen, the difference is, so going pro is possible. Going pro is possible. You're competing against other amateurs that aren't taking it as serious. They're not that nice. People are not that nice at the gym. You think that they're not that fucking nice. You're probably underestimating yourself. I know I was underestimating myself. I was nice. Like, I'm nice with it. These guys weren't nice with it. So I got 2nd. I earned that shit. Now, listen, this is where your statement comes in. Oh, you can't be an IFBB pro naturally. No, you can become an IFBB pro naturally. But what you likely cannot do is compete with other IFBB pros as a natural. You will get your bitch ass smoked. I got smoked. I went to the New York Pro. I got like dead last fucking place. Why? Because you're not fucking with those guys. You know why you're not fucking with those guys? Listen why. Because they climb the same ladder that you do, but they take the juice. They love the sport. They have great passion for the sport, great work ethic for the sport, great technique. All that shit that I just told you that the amateurs may not have, they got all that shit and they got that sauce. And they got good genetics too. Some of these amateurs, they don't got good genetics. So anything you had going for yourself, these guys can match it and then they blow you out the water because they got the sauce, right? So, interesting talk. So kill that shit. You can become an IFBB pro naturally. It's unlikely to do it as an open bodybuilder. It's also unlikely to do it as a men's physique. But classic physique, it's most possible. That's like where it's at, and that's where the fuck I'm at with it. So, can't speak for other people. I'm just speaking for myself, and I'm telling you that's how I did it. That's why it was possible for me. That's why I thought it was possible. And why other routes, I'm like, I don't really think that's likely for other people. But yeah, so you can become a pro naturally. Hard to compete with the pros naturally. Two different statements. You got to get them right. The reason it's important is because you need natural idols. Not to say I'm an idol, anybody to look up to. That's not what I mean. But for fitness, for the industry, you need truth. You know, if somebody's natural and they look like a good role model for you, you can look up to them like, I want to look like that. That person's actually natural. You have somebody that you can look at and be like, I like that. They might have, maybe I got great genetics and maybe you can't look like me naturally because of the genetics. I don't really know, but it's still nice to have a role model where you're like, I can look at him. He's an example. He's an example. If you fucking try to shit on me and say, no, Uzoma's not natural, these guys, nobody's natural, any Ivory Pro, anybody that claim they're not, then it's like you're doing the fitness industry a disservice. You know, you think you're doing it a service by saying, oh, no, he's lying. No. You don't fucking know if he's lying. You're full of shit. You have no idea. You don't know what the fuck he's been through. You don't know his story. You don't know shit about me. Okay? And ask me and I'll tell you. Oh, you're lying. Shut the fuck up. You're just weak and I remind you of how weak you are. Shut up. You suck. Go into the gym and do what I did. You'll get it too. Okay? But that's my point. People have become so weak these days. And that's why the industry is, everybody loves the steroids and the steroid jokes and this, that, and third, and it's just so heavily accepted. It's because y'all have killed off any possibility for anybody that you think to like be anybody impressive. You're like, not. Anybody impressive, not. So everybody has this false belief where it's like, nobody's not. And then it kills everybody's dreams. Like, these teenagers starting a gym, they're like, oh, I haven't made any gains in 6 months. I think I'm going to jump on some shit. It's like, you suck. You suck. You honestly suck. Like, just get out of my face. I don't even want to talk to you. Or come watch this video and just, this is what I would tell you. Like, don't be stupid. You suck. You're misinformed. You're an internet baby. You got all your information from some random TikToker. You got all your information from some random influencer, and he was negative and pessimistic about the whole thing, and he probably sucked at the process. And yeah, he was just projecting his limiting self-beliefs on you, and you ate it up. But you liked his charisma. You liked how he vibed, so you're like, you took it as true. But it's like, that guy's a scrub. That guy's a fucking scrub. Okay? So choose your role models. And who you listen to wisely. Listen to the motherfuckers that got it. I'm not trying to hype me up and say, but that's what they always told me. Don't take advice from somebody that ain't got the shit that you want. So these scrubs talking, like, go find the motherfucker that's got it. Ask them about it. And see if you like their answer. Okay? So, yeah. That's just a cool talk for today, I've always wanted to, explain this, but I don't know why I haven't. Maybe I didn't think anybody would see it. I just didn't think it would matter. But it's important. I will say this, though. Okay, I will end on this. Like I said, that was 7 years ago. Since then, competition has gotten stiffer. People have gotten more passionate. There's more competition. Not only that, those are subjective things. Objectively, though, they have increased the weight cap. So, in my case, if it was 165 pounds back then, maybe it's 175 pounds. Maybe it's a 10-pound increment, which would make it harder. Because before it's like, if you are all juiced up and you're big, I'm like, hey, I don't care. You got to come down. You got to come down and meet me, where we're at pound for pound. Like, you got to come and drop in size. You can't just be super big. You got to come down and meet me. Now they're not making you come down as much. So you just have more room for, it's going to be more difficult for a natural to fill out that extra 10 pounds You know what I mean? So it is more difficult today, but that does not make it impossible. There still are examples that have recently become IFBB pros that are natural, and I believe they are natural. And you have no reason to believe they're not natural. Just because somebody has an incredible physique does not make them not natural, okay? And don't be stupid. You can kind of, like, you can tell a natural physique from a not natural physique. It's rather obvious. You just got to use your fucking head. Like, stop being a dumbass. Think for yourself. Like, enjoy that quote that I told you. People can't think for themselves, so they let other people think for them, okay? Don't be one of those guys, all right? Let me eat this fucking food. I'm gonna vlog tomorrow, and blessings. I love you guys. Ask me some questions. Peace.